The market starts to recover again. We might have seen the bottom, potentially, but the question is, how much higher could we go? Let's say this is now the continuation of the bull run. Let's say Bitcoin hits new all-time highs. What's the first good time to take potential profit? Let's have a look at some on-chain metrics, some data most people are not considering. Because the market does look quite healthy right now. A lot of large caps have almost doubled in the last week. Virtual Protocol is up 88%, the Trump token is up 87%, Bread is up 89%. And this is all happening while Bitcoin dominance continues to go up. So Bitcoin as a fraction of all of crypto continues to appreciate. The market as a whole is lifting. It's not just a few altcoins that now get all the capital, it's now new capital entering the space. Now, if the bull market continues from here, then I think the assets that got hammered the most, that lost the most, where most investors have already quit, those are the assets that are likely going to bounce most as well. Because we always want to buy when there is maximum apathy. We want to buy when people are giving up. So for example here, right, this is a long-term Bitcoin price chart. This shows the average cost basis of the market, also called the realized price. And when the market in aggregate is in losses, we want to buy in much more than we would otherwise. Now, unfortunately, Bitcoin is already way above its realized price. It's still at $44. Yes, Bitcoin dominance still has some way to go up, but there are also interesting other opportunities. This, for example, has been shared by one of our premium members. So feel free to check it out. It's thebitcoinstrategy.com. That's down below. This here is the realized price of Ethereum. So the average cost basis of the typical Ethereum investor. And again, we want to buy whenever the price is below, and Ethereum is currently below its realized price. The realized price is at $1,976. Ethereum as a fraction of all of crypto is also very low. So the Ethereum dominance is at its low level. I published a video on specifically Ethereum just yesterday, so feel free to check out that video on this channel as well. But yeah, the potential risk versus reward for Ethereum looks very healthy right now. This is a chart that starts in 2017. Now, when Ethereum goes up, this will not be an isolated event, because a lot of the liquidity of the altcoin market is directly coupled with Ethereum. The liquidity pools are against Ethereum. So when Ethereum goes up by 10 or 20%, most altcoins will automatically also go up by 10 or 20% without even having a single trade in between. Because many altcoins are priced in Ethereum, not in US dollars. For example here, Pepe, the largest trending altcoin on Ethereum, its liquidity pool is against wrapped Ethereum. And a lot of the other altcoins as well. Prompt is versus USDC, but all of those other top altcoins are versus Ethereum. If Ethereum is going up, then the value of all of those altcoins will automatically go up as well. And so what I believe is going to happen is that Ethereum will increase faster in total value locked than other blockchains in the next weeks. Thus, we're likely going to see also more capital inflow. Yes, in the last month, Solana outperformed a lot of other chains and Ethereum was lagging behind, but I think this is about to change. There are two major effects that influence crypto prices. The first effect is just money flowing into the space as a whole. So when people deposit their fiat currency on a centralized exchange and the centralized exchange sends this over to a stablecoin issuer like Tether, then Tether holds those tokens and then prints the tokens on chain. Now that's a very long-term effect, and recently we tend to see an expansion in the stablecoin market cap. The more short-term effect, and the thing that actually impacts all of the price volatility, that's just the swapping between stablecoins and the altcoin market. And a nice measure of that swapping activity, a nice measure of how much people are currently risk off, that's the stablecoin dominance. So that is what we see in this chart. Whenever the stablecoin dominance is high, that means people are very scared. That means people are risk off. When the stablecoin dominance goes down, that means people are swapping from the stables to the altcoins. And in the last 1.5 years, we tended to trend in a channel between 5% stablecoin dominance to 8.5% stablecoin dominance. Now, currently, we are at a level of 7.3%. A very similar level to what we saw on the 14th of October. So that's what's shown by this vertical line. If we see now a stablecoin dominance contraction, if we see all of those stablecoins getting deployed, so if this will repeat again, and we're getting to a similar stablecoin dominance level to the 4th of December of last year, then we're likely going to see a similar price appreciation in Bitcoin, which was roughly 48%. So let's play with that scenario. Let's say we see the exact same thing repeating again. In that case, we would see Bitcoin going all the way up to $140,000. And so that's the bull case scenario. If people are getting excited about crypto again, if Trump supports crypto enough, if there will be positive news with the dinner, right, that's hosted in the context of the Trump meme coin, then maybe we're going to see prices like this again. For $140,000 in Bitcoin, we don't need to see any additional money flowing into the space. All we need to see is existing market participants deploying their current stablecoin stack. And they only have to deploy it in a similar fashion to what we have already seen in the past. And so Ethereum is likely going to outperform this as well. And some altcoins on Ethereum, especially the meme coins, they will outperform likely even more. Again, all in case of the bull case scenario. Nobody knows if this will play out. Now, fundamentally, I believe that crypto is both a game of skill and luck. So of course there's a luck component. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. Nobody knows the future news, but we can have expected value bets. We can bet on the thing that's likely going to happen. Now it's not very straightforward to beat the market, right? It's a player versus player game. But if we learn more than the average market participant, then over time the luck component is likely going to cancel out and we should be doing better than the average. Now, because of that, I've created more than 100 tutorial videos on how to do on-chain analytics, on how to bet on rising and falling prices, how to do proper risk management, how to trade with bots. Again, feel free to check out all of those videos. Especially in a bull market, it's very interesting to see what other influencers are doing, because as the market is expanding and as new people come into the space, when other influencers talk about a small altcoin, those altcoins tend to go up a lot. So it's different to a bear market, right? In a bear market, it's only the hardcore crypto people that just trade against one another. But in a bull market, we tend to see new people following all kinds of influencers, and we track the wallets of many influencers. So we can see what are various people doing, when are they buying and selling, and when are they potentially buying a small altcoin before then announcing this on their channel, right? This is normally what's happening. An influencer buys a coin, a small coin, and then promotes it on YouTube. And so there's a whole section on influencer tracking as well. So how to find various influencer wallets, how to track them, and how to then also interpret the signals that we get from the tracking. So it's all part of the premium membership. The community is making money. Here are a few trades that have been shared by community members. So if you don't want to trade by yourself, if you want to level up your skills and of course share the trades with others, then feel free to go to thebitcoinstrader.com. The link is down below. It's currently $125 per month. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't like premium, just message me within the first week and I will refund you 100%. There's zero risk for you. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish these regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you next time on YouTube or see you in premium. Cheers.